most converts don't feel welcome in masjids, and that's just facts. It's sad. It shouldn't be that way, but it's true. Most converts don't feel comfortable in masjids because they feel like they're going to be judged, or that's like the worst, I guess, be judged or be, sort of called out for some sort of, inadequacy that they are perceived to have in their practice of faith, or because there's simply no one goes out of their way to kind of welcome them. And that's something that I experienced when I was a Muslim. When I converted, one of the last things I did was start going to the masjid. I kind of, in my mind, I wanted to kind of know enough of what I was doing first before just going and, maybe having someone say something to me and, you're not doing this right, or you're not doing that right, or why are you here? So eventually I did start going, and it took a few weeks, if not months, for someone to even say salam to me, right? So most people, they're in a state of ghafla. They're not living their lives intentionally. You know what I mean? So you come to the masjid and you have your clique of friends, and you say salam to your friends, and you listen to the khutbah, and you go home, right? You go out to eat afterward, you only invite your friends, right? That's not a very intentional way to be. It's fun, it's cool, it's not haram, like we're not saying that it's like a sinful, but you're not even thinking or aware that there's other people that maybe they struggled so hard to just come to the masjid that day, right? And maybe they're having a hard time in their lives, and they're just hoping that anybody would just say something nice to them. And it's just not even on your radar, because you just came to the masjid, do what you normally did, say hi to the people you knew. You're not worshiping. You're not worshiping Allah through your relationships, through your friendships, through your time, right? Through your sociability or your affability. And that's what is ihsan. That's the next level. If you're looking as like, I'm in a rut, or I'm stuck, I'm kind of doing the same things, you're looking for the next level in your faith, to start being intentional with your friendship and your time and things like that. Go out of your way to say hi and salam to people that you don't know, people who look different from you, people who you wouldn't otherwise be naturally friends. You might be uncomfortable, might be awkward at first, right? Not just say hi, how you doing, but maybe invite them to a meal. Maybe invite them over your house. And that's the thing that I think converts need more than anything. And we've said it before in these videos, that converts need family. They don't need books. They don't need lessons, instructions. I don't mean to say they don't need them. They've got that stuff taken care of. The big need that they have that's not being met is family, social support, friends, people who are willing to go, take them out to lunch or just share time with them, because it can be extremely lonely and alienating to be a new Muslim. And why it's important is because a lot of Muslims don't want to admit this, but even if you're born into a Muslim family, a lot of people born into a Muslim family have the same experience that converts have. There's people who are born into Muslim families, they have Muslim names, they don't know how to pray. They don't know anything about Islam. They don't know how to read the Quran. They certainly can't recite Surah Al-Fatiha correctly. And they come to them, and they're afraid to come to the masjid. They're just like the convert. Someone's going to judge them, and it's going to be worse for them because they're from this family or this culture where they're expected to know. And we do a bad job of that in the masjid. We have this whole don't ask, don't tell policy where everybody's just pretending that we're really pious people and pretending that we're really great. And obviously, I'm the last person to advocate anybody flaunting their sin, but we're on the other extreme where we kind of act like, we're a certain level of piety, and we're not going to necessarily admit the fact that, people are showing up with maybe the first time they've been to the masjid in 10 years, and those people need to be treated with as if they just won a battle. They need to be treated like they just won the World Cup. Seriously, you did. You won the World Cup against Shaitan. All these years, he's been fighting you, and you finally beat him, and you made it to the masjid. That person should be welcomed like a hero, right? And right now, unfortunately, we're not doing that.